would ever sit there and feel, wish we were in a plural relationship. The question in my head is like, are we going to try for plural marriage again?
He could sell the 2-acre piece he and Robyn on and the 5 acres.
There's a few things that I will fight for, and this is one of them.
I'm not trying to rip you off, Mary. Let's all imagine in Janelle's head because Janelle feels like, oh, I got divorced, so I deserve something. Excited about this?
No, not.
Robyn's request for the other wives to stop talking about her is the epitome of hypocrisy. In the upcoming tell-all clip, she says she thinks the ex-wives should focus on their own relationships and stop dragging her name into it. This, coming from the woman whose entire storyline for the past several seasons has been nothing but her talking about Mary, her struggling relationship with Kody, and their never-ending discussions about Christine leaving, as well as the issues with Janelle. Seriously, it's literally been nothing but Robyn discussing everyone else's problems, yet somehow, she's now the one asking for privacy. The irony is just too much. It's clear Robyn has zero self-awareness. She's one of those people who can't seem to put herself in someone else's shoes. She's so wrapped up in herself that she can't even see the damage she and Kody have caused to the rest of the family. A prime example of her tone deafness, her complaint about not getting the perfect Christmas. Seriously, how can she not realize the other wives and kids were hurting too? The OG3 and their children were a family long before Robyn and her kids entered the picture. The real loss here wasn't just Kody's relationship with his wives. It was the family he broke when he chose Robyn and her kids over his own. But of course, neither Robyn nor Kody seem to grasp that. Honestly, Robyn knows the gloves are off now, especially with the OG3. Mary, too, is ready to spill the tea. I can't wait for the truth to finally come out and expose Robyn's manipulative ways to the viewers. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Robyn claims she doesn't have a jealous bone in her body. She says she never cared if Kody was with her or one of the other wives. Like, seriously, who even needs to track his schedule? Right, but let's be real here. No one with half a brain or a basic grasp of the show actually buys that. Sorry, Robyn, but you're not fooling anyone. You've mastered the art of stroking Kody's ego and apparently taught your kids to do the same. But when it comes to the audience, good luck. You're not pulling that fast one on us. And let's not forget that one gem of a conversation you had with Mary last season. Remember? You two spent all that time figuring out how to track Kody's visits, so you could prove to him that he wasn't actually spending enough time at your house. So yeah, this whole "I don't care if Kody's with the other wives" act, total BS. Nice try though. How enlightening. After hearing Kody wax poetic about the sacred covenant he and Robyn made before marriage, it's crystal clear now. Kody didn't just fall in love with Robyn. No, he confessed to her that he no longer loved the OG3. It all makes sense. Kody, now feeling all secure and comfortable in his relationship with Robyn, starts treating the OG3 like a bunch of obligations. He was basically done with them, but instead of facing the music and having an honest conversation, he just let the relationships fizzle out, then shifted all the blame onto them. Classic move. And then there's Robyn, putting on a show at that picnic table. Seriously, she ghosted Mary for months and knew Kody couldn't stand her. So what's with the dramatic sobbing? It's almost like she's reading from the How to Be a Manipulative Wench handbook. Let's talk about Kody though. The guy's a coward, plain and simple. Christine hit the nail on the head. I can't wait to hear Mary's side of things. She's got all the tea on how Robyn said one thing about their friendship, then proceeded to ghost her for ages. Talk about setting a low bar for sincerity. Honestly, this is the exact moment it became crystal clear. Kody had 3 stale, lifeless relationships with the OG3. After 20 years, that's practically par for the course. But then, enter Robyn, the fresh, exciting new thing. No heavy baggage, no stress, just pure, unadulterated excitement. She's his breath of fresh air, while the others are just, well, heavy and dull. And what does Kody do? He confesses to Robyn that he doesn't want to be in the other relationships anymore. She's the one he truly wants, just her. They keep this little secret, of course, while presenting themselves as the superior couple, the couple that's really in love, unlike those old, stale relationships with the OG3. Oh, and he makes her a promise, never to do that to her. If he ever wants out, he'll tell her. And here's the kicker. Robyn, the queen of delusion, buys it all. She believes she's the one who really matters. She's been picked. She's the favorite. And Kody? Well, he's living his love affair fantasy, while everyone else gets to play second fiddle. Robyn, always there to help, right? If you need a reminder of all the amazing ways she pitched in during the beginning, let's go ahead and list a few. The Kody calming kiss. Let's not forget how Robyn helped out by giving Kody a soothing kiss while Christine was in labor. Truly the stuff of selflessness. Nothing says family like that moment, right? Food expertise for the kids. Robyn, the absolute pioneer in nutrition, decided to save everyone from the horror of overeating by refusing to feed the kids. You're welcome, little ones. Look how great you turned out without those pesky extra calories. Fast forward to when the TLC money started rolling in, and suddenly, things got a little grander. Kody, fueled by his ever-present delusions of grandeur, thought he deserved a massive mansion for him and Robyn. Because why wouldn't you want a giant house when you're already living large on TV? The move to Flagstaff was supposed to be temporary, just until they got their dream mansion built on Coyote Pass. They needed housing for the family, but instead of renting a few townhomes or apartments, they chose to move into a tract neighborhood. Because privacy. Of course, none of the wives wanted to share a backyard, and God forbid the kids get along with each other in a modest setup. No, Robyn had other plans. Her tender little angels needed their own space, and why not let them all sleep in her bed? She definitely wasn't greedy, not at all. As for the rest of the wives, well, Janelle would have lived anywhere. Christine, on the other hand, was dealing with the collapse of her marriage. So living next door to Robyn and Kody's fun hot tub moments wasn't really her idea of peace. Mary? She'd have done anything, even if it meant watching Robyn and Kody live their own lavish version of The Bachelor while everyone else sacrificed. But hey, Robyn didn't stop there. She made sure to put up signs to remind the kids that if they wanted to eat anything from the fridge, it had better come out of their pocket. Because sharing food is so last season, right? And let's not forget Robyn's knack for keeping the demand for tacky porcelain dolls, floral blouses, and random tchotchkes at an all-time high. She really knows how to keep those luxuries flowing, even if it means cutting back on things like feeding Isabel a proper meal, cereal for dinner. Absolutely. But hey, there's always money for art, family vacations, fancy cars, and whatever else you don't need. In the world of Robyn, priorities are clear. Make sure the mansion's perfect and everyone else pays for the fun. When Isabel needed surgery, Kody was totally there for her. Oh wait, no he wasn't. He flat out refused to go. But when he was separated from Aurora for a mere 10 days, in the same house, mind you, he sobbed like a toddler whose blanket was taken away. Then there's Maddie, the first of Kody's children to get married. When she asked him to officiate her wedding with Caleb, he looked like she'd asked him to solve a calculus problem. Annoyed? Absolutely. But when Aurora asked him to baptize her with her pastor, Noodlehead practically burst into tears of joy. Priorities, right? Oh, and let's talk about the theater troupe. Robyn's kids? They've been rehearsing like they're prepping for Broadway, which makes it way easier for Kody to remember his lines. Since they actually practice. Maddie and the Isabel? Well, they were raised to grow up. In a family like this, you get mature fast, like faster than anyone should, really. Aurora, on the other hand, was coddled like she was still an 8-year-old. And Kody? Well, he loves the tenders. You know, those fragile, helpless ones who need to be baby through life. So he's clearly holding on to Aurora, because despite being an adult, she still acts like a child. Makes it easier for him to feel needed, right? The wives never clued into why they were moving to Flagstaff. How convenient. Watching season 13 again, it's honestly hard not to feel bad for them, especially when you realize how they were totally duped out of their financial stability. I mean, they had homes in their names back in Vegas, and somehow that all got tossed aside by this manipulative narcissist. The way Kody lavished attention on Christine, practically love-bombing her during their trip to check out Flagstaff, disgusting. How did none of them see through it? It was so obviously a move made just to cater to Robyn. Flagstaff wasn't some random choice, it was strategic, but none of them seemed to get the bigger picture. A few weeks ago, someone posted a Facebook screenshot from someone who claimed to know the family. They spilled the tea on why they moved. It was a three-pronged plan. First, Dayton got accepted to college, and Arizona offers cheap or even free tuition for residents, which could help the other kids. Second, the show's ratings were tanking, and the Browns had to take a pay cut. Kody figured that moving would keep them on TV for a couple more seasons. Oh, and third, there was a mass shooting in Vegas, and for a hot minute, the state was talking about tightening gun laws. That could have affected Kody's gun business, so Arizona, being gun law friendly, was a safer bet for him. And then there's the juicy part. Kody probably wanted to pool the equity from all 4 of the Vegas homes into one big family pot. Think about it. Mary was renting and making her own money. Janelle was renting, and Christine was smart enough to buy her own place and keep her share of the assets. The rest of the equity from those 4 homes, well, that went straight into Coyote Pass and Robyn's house, which, by the way, is packed with expensive stuff. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's a clever way to hide money and create this illusion that it's all Robyn and Kody's, not the family's. Another way for Kody to tighten his control over the wives, especially the ones who might have been thinking of leaving. Kody and Robyn should just be guest stars at this point. Honestly, the real drama comes from the OG threes. They're the ones actually bringing the content. Kody and Robyn? They just lie, dodge questions, and serve up scenes so fake they could put a plastic mannequin to shame. It's a snooze fest. I'd only want to see them if the OGs are dragging them to court or calling them out to their faces. Because, let's be real, Kody and Robyn haven't contributed anything worthwhile in years. And even before coronavirus hit, it was always about Kody's issues with the other wives and their kids. Brianna and Aurora, they were practically invisible until the last couple seasons, when there was literally no one else left for them to film with. Honestly, Robyn and Kody shouldn't get a single inch of Coyote Pass. They've already got the McMansion, case closed. The whole drama of dragging out the division and sale of CP, it's just a distraction, so they can keep their hands off the real prize. Meanwhile, it's beyond frustrating to watch Mary and Janelle fight over crumbs of Coyote Pass, while those two are living in a mansion full of overpriced junk. If anything, the McMansion should be rolled into the property distribution, no questions asked. Unless Robyn and Kody have some secret stash of income no one knows about, or, better yet, unless they've actually contributed more to the properties than anyone else. This whole conversation is just ridiculous. It's not rocket science. Everything can be tracked through bank transactions. And let's talk about Robyn for a second. She's the only one with zero independent income, yet somehow she owns more property than anyone. Not to mention, she's the one who's spent the most. That speaks for itself, doesn't it? Oh, and about how they even got that mortgage on the McMansion? Don't you need a steady job to secure something like that? Maybe I'm off base here, but last I checked, being on TV isn't exactly a reliable income. It could all dry up tomorrow. Robyn's never had a real job. She's just been living off everyone else's money. Honestly, how many cars and credit lines does it take to make all of this work? Something doesn't add up. Those two just give off a shady vibe. So I'm rewatching the show, and I just got to this one episode where Robyn's pregnant with Solomon, and they go to the midwife because she's spotting. Kody's all worried, talking about how scared he is because of their history with miscarriages. But here's the kicker, he's not talking to Robyn about it. No, he's talking about it with the other wives. Really? It's like, hey, I know your pregnancy might be in danger, but let me talk to these other women about it instead of supporting you. They leave it on a cliffhanger too, so we don't even know if she had a miscarriage or not. Real classy. But no worries, the next episode starts, and guess what? Everything's totally fine. Such a relief. I mean, to be fair, men's emotions are often brushed off. So maybe Kody was actually freaked out because of the miscarriages with his other wives. I guess we can give him that. But then there's Robyn, who absolutely had to make it more dramatic. You know, just to keep up with the other wives who have had all sorts of life experiences. It became pretty obvious that whatever happened to one of the other wives, Robyn had to top it. Oh, and if something hadn't happened to her yet, well, don't worry, it was only a matter of time before she'd claim it happened to her too, only worse. I mean, look at that portrait. Don't even get me started on how she somehow made her pregnancy sound like it was the worst thing ever, just so she could be on the same level as the others. Then there's Mary. Oh, Mary. Robyn really knew how to push buttons, didn't she? After Robyn's risky pregnancy, she straight up offers to be a surrogate for Mary, knowing full well how sensitive that topic is for her. Like, really? And after all that, we get the drama, because of course, the show needs to keep you hooked. Remember when Truly was sick? Oh, they milked that for all it was worth. And then Robyn goes on and on about Solomon's RSV when he's clearly fine now. Drama. Drama is her brand after all. Like the personality test said, she thrives on it. Janelle is truly the picture of unbothered queen energy. I mean, the way she casually mentioned dreading Kody coming on vacation with her, because he'd totally mess with her vibe, was priceless. Then when Christine asked her what God thinks about her relationship, Janelle straight up said, "I haven't asked because I don't care." Could she be any more chill? Honestly, compared to the other four, her energy is like a breath of fresh air. I love Christine, and I don't mind Mary, but the constant drama. Not it. Janelle's vibe is peaceful. You could tell Janelle was genuinely upset after Logan's wedding, though. She had hoped Kody would share in the joy of their son getting married, but instead, he didn't even acknowledge her. She was crying because she missed her best friend. Ouch! And now Kody thinks there's a chance for them to work it out after that? Please. Let's be real. Janelle may seem unbothered, but it's more like she's avoidant and guarded. She's clearly holding things back, especially when it comes to her faith. For years, she said she didn't divorce Kody because of faith and the principle, but now, I think she's questioning a lot, just not ready to talk about it. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. For now, she's embracing her queen empowerment persona, because that's what's working for her at the moment. Kody pulled the plug on the family business account and apparently swiped all the money. At least, that's the story we're getting from the extended UK version of Sister Wives. Do you think that's where he found the down payment for his shiny new multi-million-dollar house? What's baffling, though, is how he could just close an account that had all the wives' names on it. Remember when Kody and Robyn reassured the original 3 wives that the family money was safe and sound in the bank, untouched? Yeah, about that. Turns out, the original 3 weren't actually listed as account holders, meaning they had no say in spending or access. Janelle might have had the login info, but it doesn't seem to have mattered because Kody and Robyn cleaned out the account, then set up a brand new LLC to buy their new house under that name, probably to dodge any legal fallout. It's pretty shady that the US edit doesn't show any of this. Are they trying to spare Kody's feelings? It's not all that surprising, though. They probably set it up so that one of them, likely Kody as head of the account, could close it whenever they felt like it. Classic Kody move. Janelle needs a spiritual divorce, and frankly, who can blame her? She's got to cut all ties with Kody, or Robyn will forever think she's got a secret sister wife hanging out on the porch with her. Miri's already spiritually released, and Christine supposedly is too, at least according to Robyn's version of the story. Janelle can't afford to be the last one left, especially if Kody's afterlife plan involves dragging her back onto his spiritual planet. She's already moved clear across the country, and let's be real, what we're watching now is old footage, and Kody's spitting out his usual camera-scripted nonsense. As for Janelle, she's probably not even talking to him anymore. I don't actually believe in this spiritual afterlife nonsense, but hey, if there's even the tiniest chance Kody could drag her back, she needs to make sure she's 100% off the hook. A little spiritual freedom never hurt anyone. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.